Bookshops used to be simple. It was all fiction or non-fiction and A to Z. These days it's all a lot more exciting because everybody loves making up categories for books. These categories can be very helpful, both to a reader who's looking for something similar to that they've read before, and for a new author who benefits from the association with the genre. Some of these categories are chick lit, which is light-hearted fiction for women, and then also lad lit, which is the same thing but for men. And then you've even got dad lit, which is for when those men have done the marriage bit and then going on to have children. It's not just fiction either. In non-fiction, there's a great new interest in real-life stories. Sometimes these are called misery memoirs or even mislit, and these are stories about overcoming very, very difficult lives and triumphing over adversity.
Mislit, or inspirational literature as publishers prefer to call it, is now worth £24 million a year. Recent figures show that the misery market has doubled over the last 2 years, with up to 10 titles now vying for top positions in the bestseller lists. HarperCollins is one of the leading publishers in this field.
The inspirational lit genre seems to be a particularly British phenomenon, and it dominates the UK charts much more than it does in other areas, although interestingly certainly Australia is starting to pick up on it, and I think we might see that trend becoming much more prevalent there. It's the most interesting thing really is that the US charts are not full of inspirational memoirs of this type, and so I think we've been at the forefront at it in the UK.
You can look back to books like A Child Called It, the Dave Pelzer books, and they were really seminal in a new kind of autobiography. Previously, perhaps, autobiographies had been quite glossed over or had not concentrated on the gruesome details of someone's past. They'd maybe more been about the success in people's life. But he showed that people were actually equally fascinated by the trials that people have been through, some of the unspeakable things that have happened to them before they've turned their lives round.
Most genres start from a brilliant book. So it's the authors that understand, it's the authors that have tapped into the zeitgeist, and they produce something, and it's a brave publisher that takes it on and publishes it. And then, as a result of that, the readers come to it, and the integrity of the book speaks to the readers. And then it's the publisher's job to then continue that and to see how we can satisfy that readership, perhaps by publishing similar books.
I think we'll see Ms. Mems develop further, probably into the field of pet Ms. Mems. There's already been a couple of best-selling books about the tragic stories of animals or indeed how pets have helped tragic families. I think that's the next boom area.